How's it? Dawn Nunes here. Tour de Geants is in 70 days. So this is the 70-day countdown, with today being 70 days to go till Tour 330 kilometers, which is the race that I'm going to be doing. You've get 150 hours to do this. And every day up until Tour de Geants, I'm going to share what I'm going to be doing for this race. So my first thing is I like to be organized and planning. I think a lot with these big races is a lot comes down to not only your training, but also your planning. I am a physiotherapist and an ultra runner and coach, so that's going to be the kind of background that you're going to get. So I'm going to talk about the gear that I use. I'm going to talk about maybe injuries or potential things in terms of how to prevent that or why I do what I do. I've done a lot of ultras. I've done, actually just this weekend did Valdo Ran, the CDH, the 100K. So at the moment, what I'm doing this week is going to be like a recovery week because I ran the 100K finishing. It is now Monday. That was Saturday morning at 3:20 a.m. So my body is a little bit fatigued, quads are a little bit fatigued. However, doing really, really well. 2 tiny little blisters on my big toes. Otherwise, my feet are really good. You'll hear a lot about foot care because that is a big, big thing. When I did arc of attrition, my foot care stopped me quite a lot. I had to walk almost 30 miles. So it's a big deal to do that. So today is just basically giving a little bit of a background. So I've laminated this. I'm going to stick this up so that I have got a nice visual of the tour. So these are all downloadable on the site. So this is the map with all the different routes. And then you've got your delightful elevation profile with all the cutoffs as well. But just remember that they're going to be 2 waves. It's a 10 o'clock and a 12 o'clock on the Sunday. So depending on which wave you are, they talk about the second wave. So if you're in the first wave, the times will vary as well for that. And then the last one that I've done is again like a time sheet that I've done. So from tomorrow, I'm going to share a little bit more about what I'm doing with my training and then gear. But for now, I'm just going to be recovering this week and planning what's next. I have got a coach, Rich, who's going to take me through everything. The lessons learned from this weekend were very much, I need a lot more steep climbing experience, definitely. And even hit the gym even more. So I'm doing twice a week. I run about 5 times a week usually. And I've always kept in the quality as well. So I always do either speed work or heel work or a bit of both. And that has really helped with power and strength, even as an ultra runner. So keep posted for tomorrow, which is 69 days to Tour de Geants. Whoop, whoop, let's go. How's it, Dawn Nunes? 69 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers. And this is my daily vlog, giving you a little bit of what I'm doing each day. So right now it is 6:30 in the morning on Tuesday, and I'm taking Stormy, my border collie, for a walk. And I want to talk about recovery as a physiotherapist, ultra runner and coach. This is one of the things that I talk to my runners about all the time. Runners are really good with running, but we're not great with resting or recovering. But I think it's also how to reframe what that looks like. So recovery, I've just done Valdo Ran 100K this last weekend, and I used to, if I had a rest day, used to do nothing or not much, and now I've realized that I can do something. I need to move, whether it's mobility, working on a little bit of, that what we call, it's not, just walking, going for a walk like I am with Storm. I think if you don't plan for it now, you're not going to do it later. And the biggest piece of advice I actually got from a friend not long ago, which just struck me, and it's so obvious, is that the harder the race, the bigger the race, the more you actually need to recover, because if you do harder training, you need to recover harder from it. So a couple of practical things I do. I try to get into bed by 9 o'clock and read a book. I switch off my phone as much as I can so that I get good sleep, and that has made such a big difference in my life, because with good sleep you got good recovery, you've got less chance of being tired, less chance then of being injured. It is such a simple, free thing to do, and we can plan that. And the other thing that I've done has made a massive, massive difference, especially when I did Ultra Trail Snowdonia 100 miler this year, was I arrived a day earlier and literally just relaxed. You actually need time to relax. So I will make sure that the day before I travel, I actually take the day off work, and that's almost more important than the days after. So those are kind of my top recovery tips from actual training. Things like
things, things like if your legs are really heavy, I love to do draining. So if you lie on your back and then you pop your legs up on the wall, they can drain as such because you're always standing usually. So that's another nice way if you feel your legs are feeling heavy. And if you saw from my first day that I actually had a Complex on, which is a fantastic muscle recovery tool, or it can be a training tool for your muscles. So I have one of those, so I make use of that as needed. So there are a lot of recovery techniques. Those are just a few. So recovery is the key for today in terms of getting back so I can get to training. And then tomorrow I'm going to talk about my strength training and what that's going to look like, because that is going to be the next key factor. So tune in tomorrow.
How's it? 68 days until Tour de Geants, 330 Ks. And this is a race that I'm going to be doing, and I'm vlogging every day about essential training leading up to this race. Today we talk about strength. This is an absolutely non-negotiable for this race. You are going to have to get seriously good climbing legs and descending legs, and just strength to maintain for that long period of time, 5 or 6 days, depending on how long you're going to be. So my priority, I know how to run. My name's Dawn Geants. I'm an ultra runner and a physio, and I just cannot wait to take on this challenge. But the biggest thing I'm going to have to do is get stronger than I've ever been before. These are 6 exercises that I show a basic of what I'm going to be doing, and I'm aiming at 2 to 3 strength sessions a week, including maybe a general strength class, which I get a bit of variety, and then some targeted specific ones. These 6 exercises will show you hamstrings, really loading them. Then you've got your quads weighted. Then you've got some balance exercises with some plyo and some rebounding as well. Then you've got some upper body strength as well, because those poles are going to be used, and full body for trail is definitely needed. And lastly, core with some upper body strength as well. And I think those kind of 6 exercises encapsulate what we need to do. And obviously there's going to be a lot more in that, but heavy lifting is going to be needed, really strong, lots of endurance, and that is going to take me through. So do your strength work, prioritize it for this epic tour race, and start now. I've got 10 weeks to really get strong. So keep posted. For tomorrow I'm going to be talking about foot care, which is a massive one for me, the products I use, the things I do. And again, it's something that started quite a while ago because I've had a lot of experience with poor foot care, and I've gone and made a huge difference in how I do it now. Whoop whoop. See you then. How's it, Dawn Geants? It is 66 days until Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, and I am with my ladies, Wonder Woman. We're doing a little easy hour run today. It has been exactly 1 week since I've completed 100 Ks in the CDH Valda run, so I'm taking it very easy. On the weekend tomorrow, I'll also be doing another easy 5K. As you can hear, my breathing is up the pole. And then from next week, ramping it up with my training, getting back into things regularly with 4 or 5 runs a week. And then the key thing is going to be a lot of strength work. We're probably going to find a stepper. We're going to find some hills or elevation on the treadmill. So that's going to be the real key for these last 9.5 weeks, really. So yeah, that's it. So see you tomorrow for the next one on it. Whoop whoop. How's it, Dawn Geants? 65 days until Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, and I'm here at Leybourne Lakes Park Run with my family, and there's the other one, 2 kids and a husband, and yeah, just done a little 5K, which has been really good. Yeah, so that's the plan for today. Very, very chilled. And I wanted to just talk about kind of balancing with things, which is always a juggle, because I am a wife, I've got a husband and 2 kids. I also work in London for 2 days as a physiotherapist, and I've got my own practice for the other 3 days in Seven Oaks area. So it's all about balancing, because you've got to fit in our training as well. And I think the most thing is quality over quantity sometimes. I think also for these massive long races, we tend to
Strava wants to dictate that we do more longer runs, and sometimes time doesn't allow or fatigue doesn't allow, and it's just a case of planning ahead. So I've got a coach who's helping me along. He's brilliant with making sure that I'm not doing too much and actually resting really well. I sometimes do early morning runs, or because I'm flexible on the Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I can run during the day, which is really good, and try to keep as much family time and time to myself as possible as well. But we all know that juggling act, but I think planning really makes a big difference when we're trying to balance things, and also just saying no to stuff. But equally so, I want to make sure I get enough sleep and get into bed a reasonable time as well. And I think leading up to the race, the biggest thing I do is like 2 weeks before is just reduce social things, say no to a lot more stuff, and just relax, because that's going to be the biggest way and to get refreshed when you're going towards a race. So that's me, day 65 to go, and let's do this. Whoop whoop.
How's it? 64 days till Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers to go. And I'm Dawn Nunes, and today I'm going to talk about practical logistics, really. So I like to, when I do these big races, one of the massive things I enjoy about doing them is the planning, and not only the training, but the practical planning. So I always start with my book. I've written down in my previous races what I learned. I've got my lists for compulsory gear and what gear I've packed, so that I can duplicate that list and then add any additionals on. Today, what I've been doing is I've just been, I'll show you the picture of it, doing the distance and the elevation, which is pretty scary, between each main life base, so 7 in essence, including the finish line, and the timings as well, so how much time we have for each stage. On paper it looks pretty scary, so in real life it's going to be even more fun and exhilarating. As you can see behind me, I've printed my map. I've got the profile, and behind that I've got the timings as well, so I have a good look at that as well, just to familiarize myself, because I'm not going to be able to get out there. So today it's all about logistics. How do you go about it? Do you write things down? Do you recall things from previous races? For me, I've also done a timetable of what I need to do from the Friday, Saturday, and then obviously I'm racing, and then the Sunday, and then I'll write down all those bits and pieces as well as gear. And I literally go through and tick it all, from even just your shoes to charging your watch. So I put down all the details of what I charge, so that I know what I need to do the day before, and I make lists. I'll also put a list in each, in the main drop bag, and for each point, so I literally don't have to think about things in order. So for example, charge your phone, charge your watch, change your socks, foot care, eat, drink. So keeping it super simple. Right, see you tomorrow for the next one. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How's it? 63 days till Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers. It is Monday morning, and I am breathing quite heavily because I'm going up a steep hill in my local trails, North Downs Way, right from my house. But it's an easy 40 minutes today, and then I'm going to do, so this week what I'm doing is doing 2 to 3 strength training sessions, including 2 classes that I go at my local gym at Slade, and then specific strength, which will be focused on single leg, plyometrics, and also just some heavy lifting. And then in between, doing my normal day. So Tuesday, Thursday, physio in London. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have my own practice at Slade. It is a bit quieter this week, so I'm going to take the opportunity to sort some things from home and organize myself. But I'll show you some of what I'm doing in my classes, and then see you tomorrow for the next countdown. How's it, Dawn Nunes? 61 days until Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, and here I am on a Wednesday. I have just completed an insanely crazy class by Anya, Abs of Steel. Hopefully one day I will show you some of those exercises now. It's a small little bit, because she literally does 45 minutes of pure abs, and I'm still feeling a little bit from Monday's class with Charlotte, but in a different way, so it's different muscles, which is great. And I think that's really important, getting that variety in. So with Monday's class, it was upper and lower body with weights, kind of a circuit-based class. Yesterday I had a rest day, which I thoroughly enjoyed, although I was working in London as a physio, so it was a busy day from that respect. And then today I thankfully have a quieter work day, and I've worked really hard to get that flexibility in, which really helps with training, with life as a mom, and it's nice to have some flexibility with that. So I did the class this morning. I am now going to do a few little errands, and then I have got a second set later, which I will show you with Luke. So that'll be interesting as well. That'll be more specific, some plyo, some single leg work, probably some heavier lifting as well. And then tomorrow is an easy run. Friday, guess what? More strength. Can you see there's a bit of theme going on? And Saturday, so excited to show you my Saturday one. So it's going to be basically like hill repeats, and then Sunday an easier, slightly longer run, but not that long. It's like 75 minutes, so I go time based as well. But yeah, feeling excited for this journey, and I'd love to know. I've been watching a lot of things on YouTube, and have some amazing people on Instagram who are helping me break things up, and logistically also, like they said, tour is all about problem solving. So we need to learn how to problem solve in the moment. When do I need to put my jacket on? Do I need to sleep now? Do I need to change my shoes? And I think the more I can learn about the course and become a student of the course, because unfortunately I can't get out on it, I'm going to learn from other people. I think the better we're going to go from that. So yeah, let's get cracking. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 60 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers. Dawn Geants here for my 70-day daily vlog with my favorite partner, Stormy, my border collie. And we're just on a really gentle trail run for 45 minutes today. It's Thursday. Yeah, the aim of this week has been strength, but it's so good to get out and do a little trail run on our local trails, which are really pretty. And I met up earlier with a friend, and I'll show you now, because he is responsible basically for me learning about tour and getting me excited about tour. So this is him. And yes, I'm also very excited because I've got 2 new items that, well, I've realized I need to buy, and I need to buy a third one, which I'll speak about later, after chatting to people and discussing things. Again, a lot of it's about planning and being prepared. So I will show you those tomorrow. The one has arrived, the other should hopefully arrive by tomorrow. But I do feel like they are essential pieces of equipment for tour. So just be prepared, because I think the extreme weather changes. So that's one of the things that I'm going to get, and also being able to carry everything. So yes, that's us. 60 days to go. I am so excited. I'm so extremely, what's the word? I don't think scared is the word, but just like, this is big. This is really big. Respectful is the word. Awesome. Catch you tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. How's it? Dawn Geants, and 59 days until Tour de Geants, 330 kilometer. And this is my daily vlog on what I'm doing. So this is the reality of it. I have just done my 4th strength session this week. What has happened to me? I'm a runner who's gone strength crazy. Normally I'd be fortunate if I got to 1 or 2 sessions a week, but for me, for tour, it's all about strengthening not only the mind but the body. So that is my strength sessions done for the week. I've got a hill repeat session tomorrow morning, which I'll show you tomorrow, and Sunday a gentle longish run at 75 minutes, so pretty chilled. And then we start again next week, which is really exciting. And then I'm meeting up with my coach on Tuesday, and then we'll plan out what August looks like. But basically, just to give you a heads up, I'm going to be joining an additional gym, because I belong to 2 gyms because of my work, because I need a stair stepper. So that's what's going to be for August pretty much. But yeah, I want to show you the 2 items that I got in the post. The other one arrived today. These are going to be absolutely essential for my tour success. Again, planning is going to be just, yeah, absolutely vital with temperature changes, being able to carry enough stuff. So those are the things. So this is what I got. And join me tomorrow with my hill session, do my warm-up with Stormy, my dog, and then, yeah, it's just a shortish hill session, but short, sharp, get the leg turnover. See you then. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 58 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, and I am on my morning run. It is a hill repeat session today with my Stormy. He does the warm-up with me for 10 minutes, and I just do it right near my house. And then I've got a moderately steep hill. It's not steep, because the whole point of this is leg turnover, and I'm going to do 10 times 30 seconds with the recovery being running back down, and then a cool down. So that's it for today. The rest of today is just totally chilling and relaxing at home. Saturday, and then maybe reading my book, so, and then a shortish medium run tomorrow. So yeah, that's it. Have fun. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it, Geants? 57 days till Tour de Geants, and I'm running with my epic Seven Oaks Trail Runners group around the local trails, and it is a beautiful morning, a bit muggy, but really nice. We're just doing a short, like 75-minute run. If we don't explore too much, that means go off the trail. And yeah, I think for me today, legs are definitely feeling the week's training. I've ticked off the box all the training that I need to do for strength and some running and heel repeats. And then tomorrow a new week starts. But my biggest thing for now was yesterday, oh my gosh, I had to sort out some logistics. So just sorting out transport to and from the airport on the other side. So I'm flying into Milan and I need to get to Cormier, and I'm so fortunate like to find a buddy. So through Anthony, he put us on a group, and amazing runner Chris, thank you Chris, organised me a bus ticket, so with him and another person, so we're going to get the bus through together at 2 o'clock to Cormier. And then I actually extended my flight because I was going to fly out Sunday evening, but that doesn't give me enough chance to go to the award ceremony, so I've actually booked it for the next day, Monday, and Anthony is getting back that day, so he is hiring a car and I will grab a lift with him and share that. So yeah, logistics is quite a big thing for this, but I think I've hopefully nailed it. And then I also had more items come through, so I bought a European plug adapter because that's useful to have, because I don't have one, I don't travel much in Europe, and some caffeine shots. So yeah, that's me at the moment, but feeling good, excited. 8 weeks pretty much to the event. Let's do this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 56 days to Tour de Geants, which is a 330 kilometer race, the one that I'm doing, and it is the most epic ultra run in the world in the Italian mountains, which I'm taking on in just short of 8 weeks. So my weekly program this week is today I have done a hill efficiency workout, which is on the treadmill. I did it for 30 minutes, so warm up and cool down as well. And basically what it means is you've got to go keep your heart rate low. So I kept it zone 2 and had a heart rate monitor on, and you have to continually climb the whole time. So it's just teaching you to be able to climb with a good heart rate and not spike your heart rate, which works really well, because the Italian mountains are going to offer a lot of up and a lot of down and not much flat. I also did a class with Emily today, which was a strength class with dynamics, a lot of burpees, weights. Tomorrow is a rest day. Wednesday is going to be probably a double strength session, so one class and then one specific strength. Thursday, an hour easy run. Friday, going to be another strength session. You can see the theme again. And Saturday is going to be a hill session. So I think it's 2 times 6 times 30 seconds up a moderate hill. But the idea is the aim is for leg turnover. And Sunday is an easy kind of 75-minute longer run at low heart rate. So that's my week's training. Every day I'm doing a vlog about what I'm doing and the planning that goes into this. So this weekend was a big one about getting transport to and from the airport. But that's all sorted. Yeah, I'm going well. I have my moments, but I think in the end you've got to take one step in front of the other. We're building mental strength as well as physical strength as well at this stage. So yeah, just cracking on with that. 2 weeks prior, my main focus is then going to be rest, recovery and recuperation up until the day. So let's crack on with this week. Whoop, whoop, whoop. 55 days to Tour de Geants, Geants physio, and I've just finished my day in London, where I am a physio. It's my rest day, but it's been a really productive day with meeting up with my coach and discussing what my next month and a bit of training looks like. So basically, I mean, this race is a mountainous race, as we know. So lots of climbing, lots of mental, lots of planning. The biggest things were just to make sure that I run my own race, go easy at the beginning. It's a long haul. And also very different to the other races I've done, Ultra Trail Snowdonia, which is my 100-miler that I did in May, where it was quite tight cut-offs and I had to chase things and to go for it. While this one, even though they're cut-offs, it's a case of actually making sure that I eat well, look after my feet, look after my hands, and I'm going to go through what I do with my hands because I've got Raynaud's, which means my hands get really, really cold. So layering up, and then going from there. But yeah, really fortunate day. Lots of coffee with colleagues. These are some of my colleagues that I've had coffee with. And then yeah, just amazing, just chatting through. So excited, less than 8 weeks to go. Tomorrow is a gym session day. Whoop, whoop. And then we crack on from there on the week. And August will be stepper machine work. So lots of elevation. Let's do this. Whoop, whoop.
Hazard, 54 days till Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, massive ultra race, and this is about hand care. I suffer from something called Raynaud's, which is when your blood capillaries thicken and they go white and numb and the blood doesn't get to them. The most painful part is when the blood comes back. It can be really, really, really painful and you can't use your fingers properly. So for me, my hand care is going to be so important for this race, especially because the temperature is going to be changing all the time. Down in the valleys, it could be warm. Up at 3,000 meters plus, it could be freezing. So I've learned with my hands, it's all about layering. I've got 2 sets of these, which are really, really nice. They are merino wool as a base layer. So I pop those on close to your hand, tight fitting, and they keep your hand nice and warm. Then on top of that, depending on how cold it is as well, I have recently bought this Montaigne Prism Mitt. Lots and lots of bonuses with this one. 1, it's really warm. 2, it's very packable. So both the mitts will pack into an apple-sized bag because with these long trips, we need to have stuff that's packable. So that'll be the mitts. These are windproof, not waterproof. So if it is pouring with rain, I would then put this, which is a decathlon special, over them. And these, I've tested these through Snowdonia and some torrential rain, and they work like magic. So these are waterproof to pop over them, and that's 3 layers. If I'm still struggling or my hands get really, really cold, I'm going to use some of these. They're once-off use hot hands, up to 10 hours apparently. But yeah, they work really, really well. And I will have one of these for each stage. So 6 of them or 7 of them in my drop bag, just in case, because I need an external heat to make it warm. So like if I get to an aid station, I need to put my hands around something. Today's been really good. I've done 2.5 hours of gym session. Who is this runner? I did an hour class with abs and glutes and everything. And then an hour and a half with Luke, which was really specific exercises. So targeting specific muscle groups, some dynamic work as well. So yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. Tomorrow's an easy run, and then yeah, the rest of the week. But I want to go through shoes and crampons, so that's going to be kind of my next thing. See you then. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How's it? 53 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometer trail race in Italy, and I am in Knoll Park for an easy hour run with my buddy Storm. And yeah, I'll show you. I'm going to look at my crampons today. I've borrowed them, so I need to check that they fit my shoes. I'm planning on taking 2 shoes. One are the ones that I'm wearing at the moment, which are my Mafatis Hoka, and then another one is a Saucony, so Endorphin Pro Trail. So yeah, I am getting into the nitty gritty of like logistically trying to figure everything out. And then also the training is going to ramp from now. So next week I am in the Isle of Wight, which I'm really excited about. So I'll be running around there and taking Storm with me. He won't come on all the runs though. And yeah, I think August is stair step a month. Lots of hills up and down. Don't forget the down as well. So yeah, exciting times. And yeah, also going to talk about the different shoes. Those are kind of 2 shoes that I'm wearing, but yeah. Let's keep cracking on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 52 weeks to Tour de Geants, 330 Ks, and I am on a Friday with my Wonder Woman, which is a little group. There's 2 of the ladies there, and there's 2 in front, that we run every Friday. And my legs are feeling pretty heavy today, so I think the week is catching up. But what a beautiful morning! Absolutely perfect, cool. Not a breath of wind, sunny, some beautiful views. Yeah, we're just running on the local trails today, and then yeah, I might play with my crampons on my shoes later, we'll see. And then tomorrow I've got a hill session, so I'll tell you about that tomorrow, which is really cool. I might pop in a little bit of a strength session later today, but I think I'll be a bit sensible because my legs are feeling pretty knackered. And then next week I'm off to the Isle of Wight, so excited to run around there. I'll have my dog with me and have fun there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? Only 51 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometer, and yeah, time is ticking away. I did a heel session this morning, 6 by 30 seconds times 2. Not massively consistent. It was a case of getting it done. My legs felt fried a little bit before I began. I felt like I had energy, but just very heavy from the week. I did a strength session yesterday as well, so I'll show you kind of the splits. But yeah, they're not very even. I did get stronger in the second set, which helps, but maybe it's a bit of a warm up as well. And then the rest of the day is just chilling on Saturday. Tomorrow's going to be really cool. Going to go for a group run with an amazing group called Embrace Ultra. We do a run around every month, so that's with a bunch of people. And I think I might trial out my pack with my additional like bum bag thing, Montaigne 3 litre, and see how that feels, because I need to see how I can get used to that. So yeah, let's carry on cracking on. Whoop whoop whoop. How's it? 50 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, dawn noons, and I am on a run with my amazing Embrace Ultra, Ranscombe area, Gravesend, and yeah, there's a slightly longer one, a 10-mile run, and today was a day for trying out new gear. So I've got my, I can't really see it, my pack, no I can't really show you, but I'll show you later, but basically it's the 3 litre pack on. To try that out, because I want to have that as an extra space. It's the first time I've worn it. I've had to like do up quite a lot at the front, but also I'm thinking of being creative and sewing on little loops, because I normally wear a belt for my number and I don't want to wear an additional belt, so I'm thinking of actually putting on little strips down for a number or cutting it off my other belt, so because I don't want to have a double belt. So watch the space, and then I will probably cut some of this off because it's massive. So far I've been really comfortable. I've put my gloves on the one side, I've put a gel on the other side, I've got 250 mils of water in the back with a jacket, and then my keys, and then my phone I've just carried. But so far it's been comfortable. The biggest question is going to be when I put my hydration vest on, you know, how it fits, because it's quite high up above my waist, so that's going to be the next tester. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on kind of waist belts and let you know. But it hasn't bounced around, it's actually been really comfy. Is a little bit warm because obviously it's against your back, but in terms of, you know, if you have it tight enough it's bouncing, but I still feel like I can breathe well. And the other thing is I've got my new shoes, so I've got my Mafatis on. I was going to use my old ones, but they have no cushioning and no lugs, so the new ones it is. So today is the test run. There's some more amazing peeps, so yeah, all good. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How's it? Dawn noons, 49 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometer, and today is Monday, and this is my weekly training and daily vlog. So I am feeling a bit meh today as emojis go. I dropped my family, Glenn and the 2 kids, off at the airport this morning as they're heading to South Africa for 2.5 weeks, which is fine. And then I'm at home with Storm, but I do have a fun time tomorrow. I will be going to the Isle of Wight after work, so there is that excitement. My training this week looks like this. Today I did strength work, tomorrow just an easy 30-minute run, Wednesday like a 60 to 90-minute run easy, Thursday a little easy run in the morning and some strength work, Friday I think it's rest day, Saturday I'm going to put a sneaky park run in, but do it really easy because I'm on the Isle of Wight and I don't do many park runs, so I thought that would be fun. And then a hill session, and Sunday will be a 3-hour basically 180-minute easy hike run, and the aim with that will be packing my pack and getting used to carrying it and finding out what works where. Today's been really productive in terms of my strength work. Went really well, was in a burn cardio class, or circuits class, that's right, with Charlotte. It burnt, and then I was really dedicated and did my 2 specific exercises, my hamstring hold with a ball, and my kind of pull downs, eccentric pull downs as well for my upper body. So I was glad to get that done. I've also done quite a lot of baking today, so I've made some biscuits and some bread. I'll show you those here, but they're not just ordinary ones. I thought while going away I'd do something a little bit different, so that's really good too. Yeah, and just trying to keep on top of things, but yeah, we all have our days, and today is just a bit of a meh day, and that's okay, but feeling good and excited for the week's training. So see you then. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 48 days to Tour de Geants, and it is 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. I have had an easy run this morning with my Storm, 30 minutes, and then I had a full day of physiotherapy working in London.
And I am now in the next 45 minutes packing up and heading to the Isle of Wight, which I cannot wait for. A little isle on the south of England, and I'm taking a ferry across with my car and Storm and staying there until Monday morning. I plan to explore the island, relax, chill, and do all the good stuff. My family are in South Africa, Glenn, my husband, and the kids, and they're safely there, so the house is really quiet. But this will be a really good time just to chill and relax, have some thinking time, maybe some more prep time. I am going to try my full gear on Sunday for my longer run and see how that goes. So let's do it.
How's it? 47 days till Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, and I am, guess where? On the Isle of Wight. Absolutely gorgeous, in a place called Ride, and there's a long walkway basically that you can walk across, which is really cool. So I'm taking a little run with Storm, just a nice easy one today, and then I do think I might just go and explore a little bit later, so do some walking. Lots of resting today. Came in quite late. I think I went to bed at like 2 o'clock this morning. So yeah, the next 5 days are just chilling, doing a little bit of admin, but enjoying the sunshine and just having fun. Yeah, so glad to be out and exploring the trails. I'm really excited this week to get out and explore the Isle of Man. It's not Isle of Man, it's Isle of Wight. Let's get cracking. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 46 days to tour, 330 kilometer race in Italy, and I'm in the Isle of Wight and just going for a little walk with Stormy in the southeast part of it in a Lacombe Down, and behind me you can see, excuse the dog poo packet, the Wight on the distant edges, hill. Yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful here. So I'm just doing a gentle walk. I did a string session this morning, just 30 minutes. And this evening, I've actually been invited to a run group with Charlotte, which I'm very excited about. She lives on the island, so I thought I'd actually see if she was free and available. And she invited me to a run club, so I'm really excited about that in Newport. Almost said Newcastle, no, Newport. I'll get there. So we're going to go for a walk. I'm going to pop into the shops and then head out later at 6 p.m. for that. Really, really excited. Maybe see a sunset and then chill the rest of the week. Let's do this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? How is it? August already. So next month I am running Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, the most epic race in my life. Next level mountain running in Italy, Aosta Valley. This is my daily vlog, Geants, and I am in, I've just forgotten the thing, but anyway, in a forest. I'll write it down. We're in the Isle of Wight with Storm. And yeah, we're having a good time. So what I did yesterday was writing down what could go wrong in the race. It's a really good exercise to do. Originally I said to my coach, well, I could die, and he laughed it off. I'm like, well, technically you could, but no, I won't die. But yeah, it's really interesting actually writing that down, like what could go wrong in a race, because then what you do, and I'll show you the list here, is you write down what things could go wrong. So for example, my pole can snap, I can feel fatigued, I want to quit, I can't sleep, I am sleepwalking, and then next to that you can put everything that you do that you're going to counter it, so that when you get to the problem you at least have an idea or a solution, which makes it easier because then you don't have to think about it. So like one of the things is you know, I know I'm going to be super sleep deprived, and so I'm going to make a list, and I'll show you that later on when I get to that, of everything in a drop bag, laminate it so that I don't have to think. So I get to my drop bag and I literally have, like, you know, change clothes, like change torch battery, all of those things, so I don't have to think, eat, sleep, whatever. So it's in a certain order as well. So yeah, so what could go wrong? I'd love to hear your thoughts of anything that I've forgotten. You can have a look at my list and see from there. But I found it really, really useful. So yeah, not long to go. Very exciting. And going to do a park run tomorrow in the Isle of Wight. So join me for that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 44 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometer in Aosta Valley. And I am on the Isle of Wight. I've got hovercrafts. I've got everything here. Today has been park run day, which has been really cool. Got some really cool cakes and things in the town, which I'll show you now. And yeah, it's been really, really good. Did a hill session as well, just up and down the road that I'm staying on. So all going well. I also have done a race plan. I've actually done a race report before the race. I'll show you that. Ideas that mentally just prepped you, and then also done a little bit more prepping. So have a look at that. How's it? 43 days to Tour de Geants, 330 Ks, and I'm in the Isle of Wight. That's the famous Needles over there. on the west coast area of Isle of Wight. I'm just doing a little coastal run that Charlotte's given me, which is amazing. And hello, I've got a little friend. I didn't bring Stormy today. And yeah, so I'll show you. I'm wearing my full pack with my, I can't really show you in here, but I'll show you now. So this is what it looks like with my hydration pack, and I've got the Montane 3-litre belt. What I've got in the belt is I've actually got, I'd say, most of my gear that I've packed in, not everything. I don't have much food, but I think on the race I'm not going to have a lot of food with me, apart from a few gels and a few little non-sweet things in between, because the refugees and checkpoints will have a lot of food. My aim is to really kind of eat at all of those so that I don't have to carry a lot as well. So I've got 1.5 litres of water I've been carrying. I've got pretty much most of my gear in my bag with jacket, layers, and then in my Montane I've actually got my drone, which is pretty cool. Fits really nicely. It's actually a really nicely sized bag. And then I've got all my glove stuff in there for easy access. So I'm just playing around with where to place stuff. It's been really comfortable running with it. It hasn't, I thought it would restrict, it hasn't been, so I'm really happy about that, so that if I need the extra space I'm going to be using it, which I most likely will. It just, yeah, saves me. And then also I'm going to be doing an adjustment to this belt. I'm going to add on some tags when I get home tomorrow or this week, so that I can have my number attached to that. So I'll keep you posted with that. So yeah, tomorrow I'll let you know my weekly training. It includes stairs. Yay! The month of August is going to be stair stepping. My first time really on a stair stepper. So, but I'm looking forward to that challenge. So let's do it. Whoop whoop whoop.
How's it? 42 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometer, and this is my weekly training. So today was a rest day. I just did my 2 exercises that I do in the gym. I'm trying to do that Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, which is just eccentric pull-ups and my hamstring isometric holds for 45 seconds, because those are my 2 key ones. So tomorrow is glorious. It's getting into very much technical this month. So it is going to be treadmill. I'm going to go and use my gym in Pure, because it's got a really steep incline. And from my last race in Val d'Aran, I realized I really need to do a lot steeper. So the whole point of this is called like an efficiency climb. And basically I've just got to keep climbing, got to keep my heart rate low and keep going. So I'm going to try and actually get the elevation a lot higher. So it might be more hard hike or a really, really gentle run. But the point is just to keep my heart rate low and to keep going. Wednesday, strength and conditioning. So full body, especially the legs. Thursday, easy flat 45-minute run. Friday is going to be my stair stepper day. Woohoo! And the plan is 60 to 90 minutes. I'm going to get my shocks ready and I'm going to download a movie is the plan. And then Saturday, strength and conditioning, but mainly core and upper body. And Sunday, 3 to 4 hours with my full pack hike running, basically. So that's my week. And then the other thing I'm doing is my Montane waist pack, 3-litre waist pack. So next time you see this, it'll be a bit different. I bought extra, this is a belt for your numbers, and I've already cut off the little strips on them. So these are going to go, so here's my belt. I'm going to pop them and sew them onto there. And they will be my number belt as well. So it'll be all in one, so I don't have to have an additional number belt. I'll also cut off some of this excess. It's got loads on both sides. So I will obviously leave some. I don't want to make it too, so I have some there, but I'm going to cut off a lot of this extra and then sew that on. So next time you see this, that will all be done. So that's me. So tomorrow you can join me with my efficiency hill climbing, and then we go on from there. But yeah, just ramping, getting quite technical, lots of climbing, exciting stuff, feeling really good. And it's good to be back home as well with my Storm. My family are still in South Africa, so it's very quiet at home, but I'm trying to catch up on a few things because of that. So see you then. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How's it? 41 days to Tour de Geants, 330k, and I am on my treadmill climbing efficiency, which is a warm-up 10 minutes, and then the aim is I've got my heart rate monitor on. I've got to keep my heart rate low in zone 2 at least, but I've always got to keep climbing. So what I'm doing is done 209 meters already in basically 20 minutes, but basically yeah, just got to keep climbing. So I'm just going between, my main aim for me as well is also trying to get quite steep climbing, so This treadmill is amazing. It goes up to 24, I think, or 25, which I'm not going to be doing today, but a lot of it will be hiking. So I've been on 10 gradient, then 14, gone back to 10 just for 5 minutes, then I'm going to go up to 16, and it'll be a hike more than anything else. And then probably drop again to 10 just for 5, and then 18 maybe. So yeah, it's a great session. And then the rest of the day, I'm physioing here at Pure Sports Med. So yeah, good busy day. Then back home, later to Storm, and then we carry on. So let's do this.
How's it? 40 days till Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, and I have been adapting my Montaigne 3-litre waist belt. So I will show you what I've been doing with that. But today, which is Wednesday, I have done 2 strength sessions. I did a 45-minute abs class with Anya. It is hectic. It is abs full on for 45 minutes, but it's good for me, and I keep telling myself that. And then I treated a few patients. I'm a physio, and then after that I did pretty much an hour 20 doing my own specific strength that Luke has made for me. So I'm doing that every week, so getting a lot of good strength work in. This Friday is the stair stepper. Yay! I'm going to download a video and let you know how that goes. But here I'll show you what I've done with my Montaigne pack, and adjusted it and adapted it. And that's it for today. 40 days to go. Let's crack on with things. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 39 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers. And today I just didn't feel like doing anything. Had a busy day at work in physio, came home, made some stew. My husband's away still and he does all the cooking, so I'm quite proud of myself actually. And I'm going to make some bread tomorrow. I'll share that because it's a really good one with cottage cheese in. So you get some protein in your bread and it's fresh and really good for you. So I'll show you that tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't really want to go out for my run. I was supposed to do a 45-minute run. Was making the stew, and I was like, let me actually just head out afterwards. So I took Stormy, my dog, for just a little run around. It was 20 minutes, 25 minutes around the block. It was beautiful evening, and I'm glad I got out. But today was definitely a day of, I need to do it. And so just do something. And we all get those days. And then tomorrow is my stair stepping day, which I don't know if I'm looking forward to or not. But yeah, the rest of the day is really quiet, which is really nice. So yeah, sometimes we have those days, we just need to crack on. So I also get those. But yeah, thankful to have done it, and got some nice food that I'm going to munch into now. And yeah, time is cracking on. 5 weeks Sunday, I think it is. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's keep going. 38 days to Tour de Geants. How's it? And my Wonder Woman Friday. So this is how it's starting. And just an easy hour on the trails. And then I'm heading to the stair stepper. So this is what happens next, and we'll go from there. 37 days to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, and today is Saturday. Pretty chill day. I'm just going to head in and do maybe like 30 to 45 minutes of only core and upper body, with quite a lot of mobility because I'm feeling a bit stiff in my back. And then the rest of the day is pretty chilled. Going to do some housey stuff. I'm doing some dot watching as there's a few races on, and also my local area, so I'll cheer some people on. And that's it for today. And then tonight I'm going to pack for tomorrow morning, which is my 3 to 4 hour run. And the idea is just time on my feet. I'm meeting a friend for the last part, which is great. So I will do about 2.5 hours by myself, and then I will meet up with a friend for the last hour or hour and a half, which I'm really excited about. So that's my week already. I'm flying by. So it's basically 5 weeks tomorrow. So you'll see I'll change the dates a little bit. But yeah, let's do this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 36 days to Tour de Geants, 330 k's. I'm off on a bigger run today. I'm not very organised at all, so next week I'm definitely going to spend more time packing. This is a new pack, although I still Solomon Advanced in 12, but it's slightly different to my blue, my older one. I've put my headlamp on, just I don't need it at the moment, but it's just to like feel how everything fits with the new pack. But yeah, I definitely need to play around with stuff because I've got my Montaigne belt on as well. But yeah, I don't have much in the pack, and it's like really bulky. So I tried to like roll up my clothes, and then they were pushing against my back. So I've actually ended up taking out my waterproof and put it in at the bottom part of my pack. But yeah, I still need to make sure I've got space for some other stuff. So I just don't feel it's packed very well, and it's very bulky. But I have put in my big purple like
basically like a really warm jacket, because I do not want to get cold at the top, and I rather carry it around, because we've only got the life bases, you know, they're quite far apart, than not have it when I go up those really high mountains. Also trying out my new Gilnockie sleeves, they fit really nicely. See how those go. So they're comfy for now, but yeah, all really good. And then yeah, ended up going to bed a bit later as well, so let's do that.
So my run went really well this morning, over 3 hours, and ended up with Patrick and Kiki, which is so cute. And that's a really good way to end a long run, because the time flew. Definitely went a lot faster than I was going to do, and he showed me a new route, which is always lovely on the trails, and I didn't have to think about it. Went really well, just really tired at the end. My right knee is a little bit irritable. I think it's just tired from everything, but I will keep an eye on it and go from there. And then also I just had a really nice morning, and yeah, cracking on really. It is 5 weeks to go. Getting a little bit nervous actually thinking about it, but know that I'm doing what I can do, and definitely going to repack the pack a bit better and spend more time packing it. But yeah, all went really well. So let's crack on. Tomorrow I'll show you my week's training. This week pretty much went as planned. I just did a little shorter run on Thursday, and the stair step is 60. I had a range of 60 to 90 minutes. So yeah, a good week's training. Let's do the next one. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hazard with just under 5 weeks to Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers. The nerves are definitely racking up. So I've been doing a daily vlog. Today is a rest and recovery day. I'm going to do a little bit of mobility. But yeah, it would be great to figure out how you guys actually manage this. I think for me, the big thing now is with these big challenges is really planning a lot of it. So yesterday I did a long run, and I packed my pack, and I definitely didn't spend enough time packing it well. So for next week, I'm going to spend more time packing it to be confident that I know that all the stuff is where I want it to be, and that I've got all the compulsory gear that I need, or the gear that I need to get through this race as well. And then yeah, just ticking along with the strength work and being consistent with my training at the moment. That's going to be the absolute key. But yeah, it's been amazing seeing all the videos of people who are actually in the Aosta Valley area. I am very jealous. Please have a run for me. It is beautiful to see those mountains, and I'm very excited to explore that my first time when I am in Tour de Geants. And yeah, I think for me, these big events, you know, it's about planning. It's also about planning like how you're going to manage the things as well. And a big part also is like nutrition. So the next kind of 5 weeks, my big aims are going to be foot care, nutrition, so kind of good eating habits, and also recovery and sleeping, as well as just carrying on. I've got still 3-4 more weeks of quite heavy training, lots and lots of climbing, strength work, treadmill, and my lovely stair stepper. So yeah, I'd love to hear how your training's coming along, if you're doing any of the tour races. I've got a few friends who are actually in the Aosta Valley, and their photographs are amazing with these massive mountains. Mine is a stair stepper and treadmill elevation at the moment, but we use what we can, and I'm very excited for this. So let's keep track. Tomorrow I'll show you my foot care. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 33 days, and today was an incline treadmill session, and I will be honest, it was very hard to start with. So I'll drop down here what I did, but yeah, I think it was just more, my mind was just going about thinking about what the tour actually is, and in no way do I underestimate this race, but I think just climbing on that treadmill the whole time, I was like, oh my goodness, like this is big. But I pulled myself together, which I think is important, and I think it's also, we have these days, you know, some days they're just like that. So I think you know, it was just one of those days. So I had a really busy work day in London, physio, which was really good. And yeah, it's 5 weeks this Friday. I fly out to Milan and then to Courmayeur, and then we start this epic adventure. So really, really excited. So yeah, let's bring it on. Tomorrow's strength work, and yeah, remainder of the week to train. Let's do this. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
32 days, Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, and it is my strength day today. And I just decided to do Anya's class, which was a 45-minute abs class, which is really hard to do. And I actually decided not to do my own strength for probably an hour or so. I am just feeling it. I'm in the middle of the really big block, as everyone else is at the moment. And sometimes I think we just need to adjust and adapt a little bit. So I did do my strength today, but I've just changed it up a bit. I've also got some things to do at home just to sort out. My family arrives back on Friday from South Africa. And so just to take a bit of pressure off. And I think that's really good. And I think for me today, it was a really hard class with the abs class. It always is. But it's challenging in a good way. And I'm actually going to probably do my strength work then, specific strength work on Friday with my lovely stair stepper. And tomorrow I'm actually going supping, which is really awesome. So looking forward to that. So yeah, let's crack on. I want to also try on my crampons on my shoes. So I'm going to be doing that and putting them on and off. I'll show you how that is. My ones are pretty basic. I've borrowed them from a friend. Very thankful for that. So yeah, I think it's really important to know that I know how to put them on and off very easily, because I will be very tired at some points when I'm putting them on. And the beauty of it is it says front on the one side. Awesome. Let's crack on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 31 days till tour, I think it is. And tomorrow, 4 weeks time, I leave for Milan, which is very exciting. Today was a busy day physioing and treating patients, and a friend invited me to come paddle. So this is my second time paddleboarding, stand-up paddle. Really, really awesome. Absolutely spectacular lake, Leybourne Lakes. And this is the second time I've done it. Sometimes it's good to switch it up. I'm supposed to be going for a run today, but I will actually just chill, head home, and fetching my family tomorrow. And then I'll be doing some strength work and my good old stair stepper. And then Saturday, maybe go for a little run, and then a 3 to 5 hour long run on Sunday. So yeah, it's getting very real, very excited. Sometimes we need to reset the mind and just switch it up a bit. So cross training for the win. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So 30 days Tour de Geants, 45 minutes into this freaking stair stepper. Still have 45 minutes to go. Really hard. Then so Tour de Geants. So let's crack with this. Family arrived back this morning. It was a nightmare fetching them from the airport. Did a short strength session, gym, and then came to stay super. And I'm watching Barbie, because why not? So yeah, crazy day. See what I do tomorrow. Possibly rest. No alarm's going to be set. On Sunday, long run. Yeah, ramping things. Needing a nice paddle. How's it? 29 days to Tour de Geants, 330 Ks, and I'm talking about the crampons. I'm going to fit them on my 3 pairs of shoes to make sure that they fit. And the beauty of the crampons is that both of these, there's no left and right. So at least I don't have to remember that. They have front on. So at least I know that, and that's going to be the top part. So let's fit them on the shoes and see how we go. Okay, so stop there. Okay, so this is layering the top half. I invested in a Primaloft jacket. That's how small it goes. I know you can pay a lot more for more, but that's good enough. I'm going to take this with me. So it's a Primaloft. It doesn't have a hood, but I wanted to check that this fits well, because I wear my pack over my jackets. So I think the one thing is, which a lot of people have done, is they've actually got, this is my waterproof. It's a Montaigne waterproof. I think it's 20,000 waterproof. Some people buy bigger jackets, which is not a bad idea to have over their pack. So, but what I've done is I've got jackets that fit over. So I would have to take my pack off. While other people, if they've got a bigger one, you can put it over the pack. So that fits quite nicely. And I've got it's all about layering. So I will have another layer on here. I will have a buff over here. I've got a beanie as well. And then obviously my gloves. But I think I'm going to take this Primaloft with me so that when it's cold, I've got something to keep me nice and warm. So I've made sure that I can get my crampons on all 3 pairs of shoes. Went for a really short run walk with Storm today, like 30 minutes. Super easy, just to turn over the legs and get some fresh air. Later tonight, going to be having full pack on for tomorrow's 3 to 5 hour trail run, which I'm really looking forward to.
And tomorrow I will show you my layering for my hands, because I get Raynaud's, which is where your hands go really cold, the blood vessels constrict, and so I want to make sure that when I go high up and when it gets really cold, I've got enough layers. So I'll show you what I'm using and how I'm using it, and I have tested putting it on both my hands because that's the trick as well. See you then. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How's it? 28 days, so Tour de Geants, 330k, 4 weeks. Today I will be running at 12 o'clock. I'm in the second wave. I am on my long run. I've got my full pack and my bottle thing, so yeah, carrying everything and just testing things out. I tested the caffeine like tablet thing. I'll show you what that is here, just to make sure it doesn't make my stomach go funny. And yeah, I'm with Embrace Ultra, who do what they call a run around every month, and we're in Toys Hill, so it's been quite an undulating one. I've just ticked past 30k. We'll finish on about 32k, which has been great. Nice to be on the trails and outside, and absolutely beautiful. So been going really, really well. So yeah, that's me today, and I'll show you my layering that I'm going to do with my tops, because I think it's important that you try it, make sure everything fits and that it's comfortable. So here's this.
How's it? 27 days till Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, and it is getting really real. My weekly training is this at the moment. Basically tomorrow doing treadmill inclines with some threshold, and then Thursday easy run. Friday is going to be the stepper, but I might be adjusting the amount of time that I'm doing it, and I'll explain why now. So on the program is 90 to 120 minutes, and then Saturday, Sunday, basically Sunday will be a long run, walk, hike for 5 to 7 hours, but again that might be adjusted. So the last week and a half I've had a little bit of a niggle on my tibial tuberosity, so where your patella tendon inserts, so on the knee over here on the lateral side, so it's not on the tendon itself, well, it's where it inserts onto the knee. Overall I've been managing it fine, just after runs or after some activity it gets a bit tight, so I have literally been complexing my quad, foam rolling my quad, not stretching it if I feel it in the tendon, because tendons don't like that initially. I've been icing it regularly for 10 minutes at a time, and yeah, just being very mindful of it. I also bought a patella strap, which I used as well. So that's why my program's adjusted. I want to show you my gloves that I'm going to be using, because I struggle with Raynaud's, and this is what I'm going to be using. Absolute essential for the gloves. So yeah, that's it. Not long to go, and let's get cracking. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So this is my glove layering, because I struggle with Raynaud's. So it's going to be a really simple thin base layer, and then I've got these, which are the Montaigne Prism mitts, which fold up into a really small bag. So that size bag, which is really nice, and they're super warm. And then over that is going to be waterproof. This is amazing. It's from Decathlon, so it's a waterproof over. And then I've got to make sure I can put my Lecky glove on as well, so I'll show you that right now.
How's it? 3.5 weeks to Tour de Geants, 330 Ks. And this is Luke, the absolute incredible personal trainer who has getting me stronger than ever before. So at the beginning, I wanted to make sure the running side of things is okay, although this is a mountain race. I've been doing a lot of climbing, but my big thing was using poles, which is a lot of upper body and core, and I wanted to get as strong as possible. So some of my aims were to try and get a little bit more muscle over here and kind of join things up together. And I'm going to hand over to Luke to let him tell you how he has done that with me. Go for it.
Yo guys, yeah, so start of the program was more focused. Lower half was building power because we've got a lot of uphill stuff, so we needed to feel like we've got power going uphill. So a big focus on the posterior chain in the lower muscles, hamstrings, glutes, and loading single leg is really key, because we found there was some differences in strength leg to leg, which we all have and we all should be aware of. Second to that was the upper body and poling. So really and truly we need those joints massively strong, and thinking about how they're working when the arm is in this kind of position as opposed to too much of the bent arm position. However, we had a goal of pull-ups, so they were in there, and which we actually did today.
I know, we'll show you. Yeah,
it's a
very
preview.
exciting.
The rest of the stuff is maintenance and making sure we're doing even pushes and pulls and in the vertical and horizontal plane. And apart from that, it was just allowing the reps to take care of themselves and the load to take care of itself as we went through the program. So making sure that we could deal with DOMs early, and then now we're getting closer to race day, taking that DOMs away and using the muscle that we built to produce a bit more force and have a bit more strength.
And it has absolutely worked. I'm feeling stronger than ever before. And another component which I didn't mention was mobility. So we always start with mobility, and it's not always the static mobility, it's dynamic. It's sometimes almost like a strength movement as well, and that has made a massive difference, because I find also carrying the pack, sometimes I get quite stiff. I generally am quite stiff as well, kind of very forward posed, and so it's really opened me up, and that's also allowed my muscles to work a lot better. So thank you, Luke, and I'm really looking forward to the last 3 weeks. Let's go, guys. Let's
go.
How's it? 23 days to Tour de Geants, and I'm with my lovely Wonder Woman ladies. Friday morning, we're doing a little hour's jog in the local forest, which is really cool. And later today, I have got a date with the stepper. I am, however, so 3 weeks today, I'm going to be flying out to Milan. Very exciting. It's less than a hand, but I am being a bit cautious. I've got a little bit of an knee niggle still. It is getting better. But again, these things play with your mind. So the aim for the weekend is a little bit of strength, but upper body, and Sunday a long run. But what I'm going to do is going to go on a local trail and just do loops. And then if I don't feel comfortable, or I feel like, I've done enough for the time just to kind of protect the knee, I'll then stop it rather than do kind of the 4 hours that I'm kind of planned to do. So again, it's all about being sensible at this time. I've got 3 weeks to go. Yes, training's important and ticking over, but for me, more important is arriving at that start line fresh, ready to rock and roll, with no niggles. So yeah, here's probably a bit of a stair stepper. Let you know how I get on with that, and let's go. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How's it? Not long to go. So this is my fueling strategy, and also a way to save some money. So I use Tailwind, but I take the big bags and I pack them in my own packets, because one, it just saves loads of money. And then I'm going to package. So these are all my bags. I've got 7 bags behind me. From there, I'm going to package them a little bit more, and basically they will be in my drop bag, and I will take whatever's in there and shove it in my pack for the 24 hours basically, or whatever time it is between the life bases. So my main aim is to eat as much as possible at the refugios and the life bases, and take some of that food with me. So I'll have hopefully an empty bag with me that I will use to pack food, and then take extra with me. So if they've got fruit, bread, anything, because I think that I can walk and eat at the same time and make sure that I've got those. But these are just like some special treats as well, and some things to look forward to. Liquid fueling. I'm not going to actually pack a stack load of gels, but I will have some gels. So the gels and the Tailwind are the easy fuel to get in, and then obviously at the refugios I can eat as well. So for me, it's all about planning, making sure I've got enough fueling, but also knowing that on this race, like, you definitely, you maybe don't know what's there, but there will be food, so you must just go for it. And my stomach's usually pretty good, so as long as I constantly eat and regularly eat, we're good to go. And the main thing is also with the poles, going up those long climbs, and even down actually, because down you're going down, it's really important that you carry on eating. So taking that second to get that bottle in, get the tailwind. I'm going to have a 30-minute timer on my watch, which I've always had for that, to remind me to eat. So that is my fueling strategy. And I've also got a little secret I'm going to have, and here's some picture of them, some Lindt balls, because I like the dark chocolate. It's not super sweet, really easy to get down, tasty. And I've got a few different flavors, but they're mostly dark chocolate. So that was something that my friend Anthony did for me on Ultra Trust Snowdonia, and it worked like a bomb because it's a lot of calories and easy to get in and tasty. So there you go. I'd love to hear your fueling strategies and what you're using. For those who've done the tour, what advice do you have at the refugios? Yeah, let's do it. Whoop, whoop.
How's it? 3 weeks till Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers. Today at 12 o'clock I will be starting. Other people will have started already at the 10 o'clock, which is the first wave. I'm the second wave. And yeah, this is my last long run. I have been doing loops in a place called Knoll. So I will finish on basically almost a marathon. And the idea is just time on feet, so kind of 5 hours plus. This is my last long bit. And then, yeah, just getting to the point of really kind of sorting gear out. So yesterday I put my GPXs on my watch. So Tor has done really well with, they've given a full GPX, which I load onto a map called Gaia. So I always have a full map on this app called Gaia. I'll show you that here. So that if my watch or whatever or markings aren't clear, although I've heard they're phenomenal on this race, then I go into the Gaia app and look at the map because it's very, very detailed. And then I have individually put in the 7 sections of the GPXs, which they've broken down quite nicely. I take the turn by turn off because I find it just takes longer to load sometimes and then doesn't load properly and it gets me stressed out. So I've got all 7 of them. I renamed them with the number at the front, except the one I didn't want to rename. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the name of it, as opposed to they had the numbers at the end, just so then it'll be easier for me. That's already loaded onto my watch. I've kind of checked that it works. Obviously I'm not in the area, but that it loads. So that's really cool. I think I'm doing all that admin type stuff now. And then, yeah, last 3 weeks of training, pretty much tapering by now. Next week, Sunday, I've got a 10K trail race, which should be interesting because I've not done much speed work, but that'll be fun. And today's run was really good. The fueling, I'll show you what I ate. I definitely did not lack in calories because I've just finished off a nice Magnum as well. And had some pastries, which were great, and then tried cheeses. So it's been really good, and 500 mils of tailwind. So I just really made sure I drank and ate enough. I had my car, so I restocked my water halfway through. So it's been a really good time on feet, and yeah, I'm going to chill the rest of the day and yeah, slowly start sorting the rest of the stuff this week. But it's all about recovery. Big thing is going to be sleep strategy, so really making sure I get to bed on time and get some good sleep. Let's crack this. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How's it? 20 days, Tour de Geants, 330 kilometer race, and UTMB week, so dot watching like crazy. PTL has left this morning. It looks absolutely insane, the fact you need helmets for that one. And then I've got some friends running this evening, and then yeah, the big other events at the end of the week. Exciting stuff. So today's training, this week's training, today's rest. Very chilled week. I'm basically tapering now. Tomorrow I'm doing a incline treadmill session, 24 minutes with intervals of 4 minutes hard basically and 4 minutes easy, but always incline. Some S&C Wednesday, easy run kind of Thursday, another rest. I am probably going to do a little night run, which might be a little bit out of the program, with a friend, which will be quite nice just to set up the headlamp and everything. Saturday rest, and then Sunday I have got a 10K in Shoreham race, which will be very interesting. It's very undulating. Underfoot will be quite firm. It is on trail, but it won't be technical. It's just very up and down. But yeah, be interesting to see how that goes. And the other thing I've done today is I have written out my little why. So I do this, which I open up on the morning of, and basically it's the reason why I'm running this race, just to remind me, because it is going to get hard, and it's just nice to have a little like visual reminder. So I read that just before I start my race, write down all the reasons why I'm doing it, and yeah, I'll pop that in here so you can see. But obviously it's very personal as to why you are doing that, but it's just a good way to have a little think about that. So last little crunch time, a lot of mobility. I'm going to be doing some mobility just now and just kind of recovery and rest. And that's what it's mainly about. And then just sorting stuff. So getting everything sorted into piles and sort out my food more and packing and remembering things like a towel at the aid station so I can have a shower if I need to and just wipe off. So yeah, there it is. Not long to go. And what are you doing in your last few weeks of tapering? Last big week or taper? Not long to go. Cool, let's do it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? So end of the day on Tuesday, 2 weeks on Friday I leave. I think like anything before a race, everything starts to hurt a little bit. But no, all good. Just feeling stiff and tight, waking up in the morning going, ooh, how's it feeling? Did an interval treadmill session this morning. Went really, really well. 10 minutes warm up and then just 24 minutes of interval, so 4 minutes hard uphill and then 4 minutes threshold at a lower incline. Very chilled week this week, as I said yesterday. Feeling okay, just want to kind of get going now. I think that's probably everyone's feeling. So just finishing up my work day in London, Shard, and had a really good busy day, which is great, and heading back home, and that's all for today. So we can crack on with some more stuff tomorrow. Strength and conditioning tomorrow, a good old abs class, and maybe show you a bit of my foot routine, which is really, really important. So let's do this. How's it? Almost time for tour, and I've been looking after my feet, so I just thought I'd show you my feet routine, which with 2.5 weeks to go is still really, really important. So I use Trailskin. They've got brilliant products for looking after your feet beforehand, during and after. So this is a all natural reviving foot balm, so I put this on every evening. But first what I do is I buff my feet, so I use these lovely things, depending, not every night, to round off all the hard edges, because you actually want a soft foot. And then I pop this on to moisten it, because it's really important that your foot is hydrated and the skin is hydrated. Then during the race, before I put my socks on, this is an absolute lifesaver. So it's a trench cream, it's white, so you lather your foot with it and your toes, and it prevents your foot from getting like, so when it's really moist and wet, it prevents that kind of corrugated and trench foot, hence the trench idea. So it really works well with that. And then they've also got it in different forms. So they've got this way, and they've got another small one that you can pop in your pocket. And then this is an anti-chafe that they have as well, which you can use for all your chafing bits. Again, really easy to apply with loads of different ways. So you've got a tub like this, also with the anti-chafe, and in this format as well. So every night, looking after my feet. And I would highly encourage you, because our feet are going to be the most important things that get us through this amazing race. So that's how I do it, and I'd love to hear how you look after your feet as well as regular sock changes. Let's do it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 8 p.m. Thursday, and busy day at work. And tomorrow, in 2 weeks' time, I will be in Milan and be going towards Cormea for Tour de Geants, 330 kilometers, which is very exciting. I'm at the point now where I just want it to happen. This weekend will be pretty relaxed with a 10k race in Shoreham. It's a trail race on Sunday, which is very undulating, but otherwise I just need to rest and recover and pack, really. So just going to get the last few things together. I'm going to make some lists, and I'm going to show you those, because I think they're quite useful to have. Been asking everyone like what we need, so from having a small towel with yourself, but you don't need blankets, because their refugios provide blankets. So it's just knowing those things so you don't have to overpack, but also have enough stuff, and then obviously have the compulsory gear as well. So that's going to be all there. I'm also going to make what I think will be a really useful laminated chart, which I will share with you once I've done it, in order, with 6 little blocks on it, so that at each refugio I can have in order what I need to do, so that by the end, when I'm very sleep deprived, hopefully if it works and I remember to take it out, I don't have to think about much stuff. So that's going to be really helpful, and kind of just things like that to do. So, you know, get your shoes and socks off, plug in your phone first, eat something, like literally everything. So yeah, I hope everyone else is getting excited and ready to leave, and all of that, because I think that's what it's all about. So keep healthy, last 2 and a bit weeks, and let's crack this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 2 weeks today. I will be in Milan, and on Sunday, 2 weeks, it is Tour de Geants 330k. Messy hair, just came back from the gym, and I managed to do my first pull-up ever. So I'll show you that because I'm super excited. I think it's really important to have these mini goals. So my training block for Tour has been very, very different to everything that I've ever done before. I came out of a 100k race in the beginning of July, recovered from that a little bit, and basically I've just been doing treadmill inclines, I've been doing steppers, I've been doing a lot of strength work, especially upper and lower body, but actually more upper and core because lower body obviously using, and then some long slow runs. So it's been very different to my normal like run training, and it's been a really good time. And one of my goals, I said to my PT, was I really want to do a pull-up, which matches the goals anyway, because with using poles we need to make sure we're really strong anyhow. And so I've done 7 solid weeks of, I would normally do 1 to 2 strength sessions a week, and I've done between 2 and 4 sessions a week, including classes and things. And today I got my pull-up, so super, super stoked about that, especially leading into the last kind of 2 weeks of tour. Tomorrow I think is going to be the day of really kind of getting out my lists, getting out things, really starting to pack things in my bag. And I'm going to share the lists with you because I think it's quite nice just to get ideas from other people as well. So it'll be a list that I'll have at the checkpoints, as in the life bases. And I'm going to have a little key card with me, which will have break down each of the 7 stages and estimated, well, I don't think I'm going to put time on, but yeah, elevation and stuff. So yeah, let's crack on. Hope everyone's doing really well. And then sleep definitely. So from tomorrow, 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., I'm going to be in bed, off the phone, and really work on that so that I can bank some sleep as well. Let's do this. Boop, boop, boop. How's it? 15 days, Tour de Geants. And today, this is for all ultra runners or people who do long distances. I want to share my lists with you. So I have got a packing list. Obviously, not everything will be relevant, but I find it useful when people share their lists and you can add 1 or 2 extra things that you may not have thought of. I've also got my list for when I get into the life bases for Tour de Geants, and what I need to do in the order I need to do it. The last thing I would probably pop on at the end is remember to take my things that I'm charging. And then I've also made a small little cheat card, if you want to call it that, to break up the 7 stages, which I'll be carrying with me. So I'll show you that as well. It's on the back and the front. Basically, it just shows the little bumps, profile, the distance, and the elevation. I'm not putting time frames on it. I'm just going to see how I go and make sure that I'm well within cutoffs, and go from there, because I think as day 3, 4, 5 rolls through, it's going to be quite tricky to manage that. So I've put time of day and what day it is rather than a time frame, because I think that'll be more helpful. So Monday 2 p.m. or whatever the case may be. So hope this helps you. Yeah, save it, share it if it's helpful. Drop anything else below in the comments to tell me what you would add. And then yeah, next stop is packing and winding down. But first, tomorrow I've got Shoreham 10k race, which will be very interesting because 10k is not my favorite distance. It's a undulating trail race, and it's going to be interesting. But hey, let's go and have some fun because that's why we do this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 2 weeks to go. Tour de Geants 330k's, and I've just come back from Shoreham 10k race. Oh my gosh, my legs are not used to hard and fast. It was a trail race, so it's lots of up, lots of down. I did it last year as well. Really, really good race. Managed to sneak in 3rd, which was an amazing bonus, and came in just under 53 minutes, which for me at the moment, super stoked about because I've not done much speed work. I think for me, I changed what my goals were for this race in terms of there was one hill that I hard hiked, but the rest I was like, no, need to run up it and kind of just push through that, because the uphill is what I'd be focusing on, and then run hard on the down. So that's been really good. I'll show you that now. And then also I'm planning on doing putting my food into more bags, so I'll show you that here as well, and really kind of sorting that out and getting my bag out so that I need to start putting clothes away, so getting them all out the wash so that I have all my clothes that I need packed. So it's getting real. 2 weeks to go, pretty much like recovering now and resting and just keeping healthy and strong, and yeah, looking forward to it after all this UTMB hike. Next week is Dragons back, so I'm going to be watching people with that, so I'm really glad we've got our race after that as well. So let's crack on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? It's all down to this now. 1 big map, 1 circle of Aosta, a few little bumps in between. I am joking, by the way. I always know that the profile never actually tells the true story as well. So my training week this week is super easy. For the last 2 weeks, penultimate week until we are in Courmayeur to start off, which is really exciting. So rest day today, tomorrow an easy 40 minutes, Wednesday a plyo / really easy strength session, but really low key. Thursday I'm going to do a short burst of hill session. It's short and sharp, and yeah, just to get the legs turned over, a bit of power. Friday rest day, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm going to do some like 2 really easy runs with my local groups, which I'm really excited about. For me, that socializing makes such a difference as well. So that's my week's training, and then next week is pretty much chilled, and I'm flying out the following Friday. So what I'm also going to be doing in the next 3 or 4 days is getting all my clothes out, separating them. Still haven't done that yet. And I'm actually going to take, because I'm flying over, I'm taking a bag in the hold, and I'm going to take like more than I need probably, so that I can see what actually fits in the bag. Because for me, you know, I don't have the bag with me, so it's the one thing that's a bit frustrating. So I have a feeling I'm going to have to really be clever with what I put in that bag. But that's fine. I think as long as I can keep warm and have some food, and there's going to be refugios and other stuff on the way, like let's do this adventure. Really excited now. So yeah, last little bit, let's do it. I think the biggest thing, and also I'm trying to get into bed between 8 and 9 now to get some early sleep, and then waking up either with my alarm or I'll wake up actually beforehand and feel quite refreshed at the moment. So that's what I'm doing for the next 2 weeks. Let's go. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How's it? 12 more sleeps. Absolutely crazy. Can't even talk in weeks anymore. Tuesday this morning I went for a little run with Stormy, my dog. And my comment was it was sluggish, because that's how I felt. But hey, at this stage, just recovering. I'm getting to bed nice and early and what have you. I've just had a full day in London as physio, treated lots of patients, which has been really good, and I'm just about to head home. So back to just on the train and head back home. So that's me. That's Tuesday, short and sweet. Tomorrow, a little bit of strength work, lots of recovery. And the week plods on. So let's go for it. I do need to do packing as well. So tomorrow, that's probably what's going to happen, is packing my clothes and things and trying to see what might fit in my top bag. Any hints and tips, please pop below. Let's do this.
How's it? Welcome to Packing 101. There's most of the stuff, but then there's also these 2 boxes. So clearly not everything is going to fit in. So I'm putting everything out according to my list, and then culling stuff. Also going to have to check weight. I have got a bag going in the hold at least when I'm flying, so I've got that. But yeah, it's just a choice of like what to take, what will fit in the bag. I've got a bag that I think is more or less the size of the bag that we're getting. That's probably a big part of it. For Tour de Geants, 11 sleeps to go, 330k adventure. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And then had a really good gym session, so plyo and strength with Luke today. So I'll show you a little bit of that. These are a few of the moves that I did. So feeling good. Literally got a chilled little heel session tomorrow and really easy running on the weekend, and then we're heading off. So it's all happening. So I will hopefully show you this when it's a little bit neater. Let's see what happens. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
How's it? So 10 days, 10 sleeps, Tour de Geants, 303 k's. Busy day in London. My socks. Just came from a meeting that I've been working on for a year, so interesting just to see the end phase of that for my physiotherapy. But yeah, I've still got my heels to do when I get home. The sun is shining for the minute, but it's been pouring rain and sunny. But yeah, quite excited, celebrating. And then gonna do my heel session, let you know how it goes. Chilling tonight, and then pretty chilled weekend. So excited, lots of socializing, which I'm really looking forward to. So let's do it. And next week will be in Italy. Yes. How's it? 9 days until Tour de Geants, 330 kilometer a week today. I will be in Milan. I'll have landed already probably and be waiting at the airport. So I'm with my lovely Wonder Woman. There are a few back there on a Friday morning. I have packed. I've got a very chilled day, and 2 more little runs this weekend, and all good. So ticking along. Had a really good hill session yesterday. Felt really strong and comfortable. Sleep wasn't great last night, but we'll work on that in the coming few days. And just maybe some baking later today. Let's do it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 7 more sleeps with my 7X trail runners this morning, and it's Sunday. This time next week it's go time. So exciting. So just doing it's been just over an hour's run, very gentle, easy on the trails. And then Friday I leave. Other things I'm going to be doing today is just hopefully weighing my bag. That's just my cabin bag, not my actual hydration pack. But yeah, it's been so awesome having the social aspect. Also good to distract, doing painting and watching movies and just trying to relax. Don't know what you do in your taper week, but yeah, it's going really well. So yeah, that's my day. Excited tomorrow. Yeah, rest day really, and a little bit of work, and then we crack on.
This is it. How's it? So 6 days to Tour de Geants, and we're getting the main nitty gritty things done. So I'm getting a very gentle, is that the right word? Massage done. Thanks, Joe. Just to loosen up a few bits. Upper body mainly, actually, interesting, and right glute. But I think it's really important just to look after yourself. If you are going to do this, do it now, not nearer the race. And I did some baking today, so I'll show you some of that. And then attempting to relax the rest of the week. So I've got a busy day tomorrow in London, and then chilling the rest of the week. So yeah, countdown is here. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So we're on 5 more sleeps. How's it till Tour de Geants, 330k. Last day working in London, so very excited about that. And getting a little bit nervous and things, but all good. Just been a really busy physio day. Treated lots of patients, been full on, which has been nice. It's gone very quickly. And heading back home now to the family. And then the next 2 days is very chilled. So making sure my suitcase shuts, eating lots, and then taking it from there really. So hope your tapering week is going well. I'm probably going to watch lots of movies because what else to do, but drop your tapering hints down here. I've maybe got 1 or 2 little runs left, and that's it. So yeah, all good though, all good. Let's crack it. And Friday morning I leave, which is really exciting. How's it? 4 more sleeps. And this tapering thing is, it is what it is. I took today and tomorrow off work, traveling on Friday. It's just all happening. So at the moment, I'm doing a lot of charging, a little bit worried. My lead lenser batteries are taking a while to charge, and I've got like 6 of them to charge. But anyway, we'll get that done. Charge my shocks, my power banks, watch will be next. That doesn't take very long. Yesterday I met up with my coach and just had a last minute chat about the race. Nothing major really, just keep moving forward. And met up with some Nat as well from work and had a coffee. And today's just been about relaxing. Met up with another friend today, Hannah, for a quick coffee. So which has been good because I literally have done nothing else today. I've sat on my backside, just got back from a really, really short run just to turn the legs over. Drizzling outside, but actually perfect running weather. I actually just can't wait to go. I'll go for another little run tomorrow. Traveling Friday and maybe a shakeout on Saturday before we go on Sunday. So it's all happening. Let's do it, guys. Tour de Geants, 350 kilometers. Let's crack it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 3 more sleeps, Tour de Geants, 330 Ks, and tomorrow evening, Tour de Glaciers, of which I've got 2 friends, Anthony and Dom, racing, which all the best to you guys. Next level as well. So I'm on my probably second to last little shakeout. I'll do one on Saturday after registration, just to loosen the legs. How's everyone feeling? Oh my gosh. So my current situation is charging batteries because I've got really good batteries, lead lenser, but they do take a while to charge. But the advantage is that they're really good. They hold their charge really well and they last a long time, but the disadvantage is they take like 6 hours and I've got 6 batteries. I started yesterday, but they're still taking a little while. But anyway, we will get it done. Apart from that, bags are pretty much packed. Early morning flight tomorrow. Rest of the day, pretty chilled. Probably going to watch a movie with the family early evening and try to get some sleep because I'm going to be up at like 3:30 tomorrow morning to catch the flight. All good, all happening. A little bit of nervousness, which I think is good and healthy anyway. And just doing my last little one with my storm. So we're having fun. Right guys, let's crack on. And also on registration on Saturday, keep an eye out for my wings. This is what they look like. I will be wearing my red wings at registration. So it would be amazing seeing you, catching up with you, and cheering you on as well. My goodness, we're going to need all the support we can have. Let's do this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? 2 more sleeps. This is the backdrop. I'm in Courmayeur.
a little bit on the outskirts in this beautiful camping place, which I've just arrived to this evening, quite late. Been traveling, landed in Milan at 10 a.m. this morning, and it's now 7 p.m. So it was quite a journey. Unfortunately, won't be able to see the 450s off, but absolutely beautiful backdrop. You can't really get the magnificence. I mean, check those mountains, so spoiled. So really looking forward to it. I've got a cabin that I'm staying in, and yeah, tonight is I'm just about to get a burger and gonna chill and do very little, and I think that's just what I need. Traveled with two awesome guys, Chris and Johnny, who are also doing the 3:30, and then we'll register everything tomorrow morning. Figured out the bus that needs to leave tomorrow morning, so we'll get that, and then Sunday we'll work that out. Awesome, let's do this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. How's it? So it boils down to those bags on the floor there. That was really hard to pack. So Tor gave you the yellow bag that you'll see there. I'll show you a picture of it. It's a 48 litre, and that follows you along in your life bases, and there's 6 life bases, which can be far apart. They're not nearby, and they have got other refugios in between, but obviously you'll then need to carry your own stuff in between all of that. The packet you see on top is some, as we say in South Africa, pakko, some food for me for tomorrow morning, because I'm going to go in early because I need to drop my drop bag by 9, and my race is only at 12, so I'll do the send off for the 10 o'clock guys. I'm also going to be, there's my pack, my hydration pack, and then my Montaigne, which is full. I mean, I think I would definitely need a bigger bag if I wasn't doing the Montaigne one, but let's see how that goes. That's what I've chosen to do. Again, you could kind of skimp a bit, but the weather in the evening is cold, and I don't want to be cold, so I think it's really important. Difference between skimping, we're not going to be moving fast, and having the correct gear with you. So I've got gloves, I've got layers, I've got all of that. Today was really good. Registration was really, really smooth. I was 303 or whatever, and you check on an app and then it calls you app, and it didn't take that long at all. So, and Italian people really are really friendly, which is really cool. And yeah, even just got the bus back, took the wrong bus and had to swap around, but anyway, made it up back in time and spent ages packing. It actually took a lot longer than I thought. So it's about 6 o'clock-ish now, so which is not bad. I'm going to have a dinner. David's here as well. And then again, the generosity of people. I spotted another person at the campsite, so a bit further out of Comea, and the buses don't go early enough, and asked a couple if they wouldn't mind dropping me, and David actually off in the morning, and they're absolutely fine with that, so it's really kind. So we're going to leave here probably 8:20 in the morning. The campsite are going to keep my bags, which is great as well, also really generous, and then we're off. Want to just do it now. Everything hurts. It doesn't, but phantom pains, and as ready as I will be. But yeah, it's been a really awesome day spending time with people. But yeah, you just need that time to pack and what have you, and then early night tonight, which will be good. Let's crack this. This is the last day. Thank you for joining my 70 days pre-tour, and let's do this. Whoop, whoop, whoop.